Hey guys, Dom here. Today I will be giving you my honest review on Papa Zhongli. Yeah, let's start by his pros and his cons. Papa Zhongli is a character that is tanky, I would say, because of his kit. He could create a jade shield with her elemental skill, and when you hit enemies with your press, it will give crystallized crystal, which give another shield. So yeah, practically unkillable, even if you don't build him as a tank. And you can make him tanky, and I mean like, he is tanky, even if you don't build him as a tank, but he can also deal quite some damage using his basic attack, if built correctly. Okay, let's see. From here, each basic attack on a normal hitter hits around 1500, right? Because I built him as a hitter, but if you wanna know, his ult damage is 15k without crit. But on crit, he can deal around, I don't know, 43 to 48, perhaps, with no buff. No buff, nothing, like no food, no Bennett, no Barbara with Thrilling Dragon Slayer book, no Noblesse Oblige buff. He can deal around 43 to 48 on his burst. And keep in mind that he is tanky, right? I know I've seen a lot of YouTuber posted Zhongli as a elemental burst giver, I mean like spammer, but yeah, he can build that way actually, but well, on those builds his basic attack is only, I don't know, 800 perhaps, if I'm not mistaken, 800 per crit, which is, I don't know, not too balanced for me, because I want to build Zhongli to hit hard and to give damage on his burst as well. So yeah, it depends on your composition actually. If you want to build him as a elemental burst spammer, then you're welcome to build him with Noblesse and Archaic Petra. And those YouTubers can make him hit around 100k with Bennett's ult and food and stuff. But yeah, there's pros and cons regarding builds. For me, this is the good way for me to build. This is the best build for me. With 1500 attack and 199.2 crit damage and 53% crit rate. Also, my Geo damage is around 83% and physical damage on 25%. This is for me an ideal build. And well, also you can also build him as a support, right? If you wanna build him to give you unbreakable shield, you can focus more on his HP, and yeah, his passive also increases Zhongli's burst with 32% of his max HP. So you're very welcome if you want to build him that way. But you know, since I have no DPS currently, just Fenty with 174% crit damage, I have no other DPS. Even my Beidou is not correctly built because his attack is around 1700 with small critical damage. So Zhongli is an ideal DPS for me. And yeah, let's talk about his weapon. A good weapon for me is Deathmatch, and I also already have his Deathmatch on Refinement 2, and it increases 30% of your attack if there are less than 2 enemies nearby, and 20% attack, 20% defense when there are at least 2 enemies nearby. This is practically a 5-star weapon in my honest opinion, with its crit rate, substats, and base attack reaching 400. It's more than enough for me. If you don't want to spend or invest a lot on 5-star weapons, but you still want to build Zhongli as a hard-hitting DPS, you're very welcome to spend a little more for that match. Also, another thing that I've been I found out when I use him more than 2 days, or I think I've already had him for 3 days now, is that even though his elemental burst energy is quite low, which is for 60 or 40, which is 40, and 12-second cooldown, which is short, but I think my energy recharge 111% is not enough, because I need to hit an extra more, I need to deal few more hits, and his tail needs to hit enemies longer before his burst become full again. But there's a special case where you don't need to put a lot of effort when, for example, Fenty's ulti is on and you put your burst into Fenty's burst, then it will instantly fill his burst. But other than that special case, you need to put a little bit more effort on getting his burst back. That is for me a huge drawback, because as we want Zhongli to spam his elemental burst as soon as possible when his burst cooldown is up. So I think I will need my Zhongli to have about, I don't know, 125% energy recharge or more. Yeah, I don't want to put I don't want to put more than 150%, because if I put 150% or above, my attack and my crit won't be as big as this. Yeah, I mean we trade energy recharge for another stats, right? So yeah, for me 120% should be enough. So let's check it out. I currently have a Beidou with 29.2% energy recharge and 6.2% crit damage. I will test him out, and I will use this feather. Let us see the attributes of our Zhongli. So, sadly, his crit rate got lower than 50%, which is unsatisfying for me, because personally I prefer my DPS to have 50% more critical rate, and his crit damage go down by 13%, from 199 to 186.8, but his energy recharge rise from 111, if I'm not mistaken, to 140%. So there's a plus and a minus on every build. You cannot build every character as ideal as you want to, not yet, because yeah, because the resource and stuff, right? Yeah. So with no buff and stuff, he deals a constant 25%, and look, his elemental burst is almost full again. This is satisfying me. So yeah, sadly that crit rate is a little bit of a drawback, but I'm lucky because I will soon reach AR50, and as we can see, Gladiator will be able to increase its crit rate by another 3% or so, 3 until 5%, I forgot, on deathmatch max level. So after calculating, I already calculated beforehand that when I reach AR50 and I ascend my Zhongli and he gets another geo damage bonus and base attack, I will be able to put another 5% to his crit rate. So my crit rate by then will be 50%. And I think that's enough for me, and we're still having that 100 something energy recharge right at 140. So as you can see, on my latest build, which is this build, the drawbacks are just crit damage reduced by 13%. Look, after we put his burst, it almost became full again. And we can deal another, yeah, 16k if it's not critting, and around 40 when it's critting, with no buff, with no food, with no Barbara's book, and without noblesse, yeah. Constant damage, and look, it became half again because his energy consumption is I mean, his energy cost is low. That's his pros. Low energy consumption for a stable damage, consistent 15k until 40k damage every 12 seconds. Isn't that good? 45 and 15. That's one of his pros. And let's look again. His ulti is not full because, yeah, that's just 2 small hilichurls. But, oh yeah, another tip on using Zhongli: when you start fighting enemies, make sure to make sure to cast your Stele first, because his Stele can give energy per tick, per resonance. I think it's 2 seconds per resonance, so you get energy every 2 seconds, and that's a good way to play Zhongli. Even if when my energy recharge was 111, I also put Stele first when fighting enemies, so even it's hard to get my burst up, it's still a good thing to have. Oh, I don't see his damage. Okay, no problem. Ooh, we got a artifact. Put Stele. 20 of energy. Let's see. 26k and wiping out that hedgehog on world level 6. And keep in mind that my energy is almost full again. Let's put my shield up and ult again. 45k and wiping out that Chechen mage. Pretty satisfying. And every 12 seconds he can do that. Actually, I was thinking that if I had 65% crit rate or more, I will deal more constant damage on his burst, but I don't know, I'm still not sure because you trade crit rate for something else, right? For example, maybe when I put my crit rate on 55%, my crit damage get lower to 150 or stuff, so I'm still not sure because I want my crit damage as high as possible. It's just my idealism speaking. Up there should be a rune guard, I think. Oops, let's fight this Whopper. Triple Whopper, nice. Let's heal first. Let's put Thunder, so he don't get buffed. Free Radish. Okay. Put another Thunder. Let's put some Vantis ulti and Planet the Fall. Okay, nicely done. Constant damage and, well, his burst got filled by half again. Nice to have. Okay, let's fight another hedgehog Helitrol. I forgot its name, but yeah. 3 of them. I'm not afraid, man. Okay. Ulti. 24k. Okay, nice one. Let's burst right away. Easy burst from Papa Zhongli. Oh yeah, and another thing to mention that before I was using this bloodstain artifact, right? So I was having physical damage 25%, but currently since I switched my bloodstain out, it became Gladiator and Arctic Petra. Using Gladiator's Finale gives a little less physical damage per hit. You know, I mean, his basic attack deals a little more damage than using Bloodstain, but his overall damage, his skill damage increases because physical damage bonus on Bloodstained only takes effect for when you are doing basic attack, but Gladiator's Finale attack increase on its set increase the overall damage of his skills, his basic attack. So yeah, for doing a balanced Zhongli DPS and burst, This is a win-win solution for me actually. I really wanna fight those, but currently on my party I have no ice cryo character, so I'm going to skip because those electro need some cryo character. Look, 1200 per hit, and let's burst 46k and wiping out those animal boxer, and one hitting these poor animals. Let's do another one. We put our stele. We dodge and we give shield to our Zhongli while hitting the enemy to stay inside the stele resonance area and giving us more energy. 44. Nice. When doing basic attack, you might see small numbers on this basic attack. Here. Let me repeat this one. But actually, it deals high damage because you times 4 or times 5 that basic attack practically. Let's see on his normal attack. Here, times 4, right? So for example, if you do 500, you times this by 4 and you get a 200. I mean 2000, yeah? Oh! Look the energy it's giving me. Right? Per second. Look. Let's just do our own research and see the energy. Why is the Rune Guard AFKing? Full again. We put another stele and it became half without hitting the Rune Guard. It became easily full. Oh, wiped out. Oh, my stele got wiped out, man. Yeah, let's not do anything. And see. Boom, boom, boom. Full again. 16k. And this Rune Guard has high physical defense, right? So yeah, even when he has high defense, I can still deal a fair amount of damage. Let's do his plunge and end this. Oh. What? Oh, my stele wiped the Rune Guard off. Let's lay this one. Ooh. Here's another pros on having Zhongli. Stabilize. And you stabilize all crystal. Nice, Papa Zhongli. Nice. Okay. Giving energy. Let's let these two things damage the Rune Guard while we're doing nothing. $16k, not bad. Without buff, without food, I need to repeat this as much as I want because, well, 16k and he got stunned again. Keep in mind, currently my crit rate is under 50%, but as soon as I reach AR 50 and I can increase my deathmatch level, its crit rate will increase and my Zhongli will get 50% crit rate. Even if I miscalculate, I will make sure my Zhongli keeps on having 50% crit rate at the very minimum. Yeah, I think that's for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment if you're interested with my contents about Zhongli, or you can drop questions below if you want to ask anything about Zhongli. See you next time. Bye bye.